Hi, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Backcast, where I, Adam Upper, sit down with Bray Lonketti to talk about Batman, the animated series. And this week's episode is Mad Love. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. Happy New Year, old chum.
Well, this would be the 16th, so we'll be well into the new year. But
It's still 2025 when we're recording this. Time travel, fool.
your Christmas went well, I assume.
I'm just happy for time off.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. I took managed to take today off as well. Yeah. So as I said, this week's episode is Mad Love, is directed by Butch Lukic and written by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, airing on January 16th, 1999. And even though this is not this is we have a couple episodes left to do because we're doing the producing order. This was the last episode to air
Oh, really? Okay.
in the series. Yeah, so I guess so that's probably why they're doing this, and probably once we get to it, I'll mention probably why they threw into one joke slash reference, I think.
It begins with Harley Quinn. It ends with Harley Quinn.
Do you remember what you're doing January 16th, 1999?
I believe I was at the wedding of General Hospital actor Steve Burton and model Cherie Gustin at the church in Dana Point, California.
I think it's General Hospital is the soap that my work airs at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
Get paid to watch soaps?
Well, no, well, at one point I did, yes, because they also aired on the West Coast cities, and I did work on them at one point. So in the on an afternoon shift, yeah, I'd be I think it might have been 3 o'clock when they aired on the in the afternoon on the West Coast, three or four, if I'm listeners, because it's been about almost a year since I've worked on those channels.
I've always wondered when it comes to soap operas, like, what do the pilots look like, considering like they have to figure out how to get the drama from 0 to 100 pretty fast. It's like,
Uh,
this is Sheila. She's sleeping with your sister.
that's probably
My
yeah, but
sister?
it's probably just like any other episode. Yeah, I think it's all gonna start somewhere. Yeah.
So yeah, this episode was apparently based on a comic book because due to the popularity of Harley Quinn with the original BTOS, there was a comic by the name of the same episode as this, Mad Love, that was done by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. And it was available in 1994, and it even won an Eisner Award for Best Single Story. And they realized this was a story that we could never tell on the show because it was a little too sexy and a little too violent for the series, but we figured out ways to trim it down a bit. He didn't mention the a bit part. That's me paraphrasing there because, yeah, once again, these censors people, wow, just really earning that paycheck.
Yeah, and I think Mad Love is like one of the covers is like the famous cover where like it's like Joker and Harley, and like he's like kind of like behind her or like or something like that sort of thing. I think.
Oh, is that the Alex Ross one?
I maybe.
The one where he's in the tuxedo?
I think we're thinking two different ones.
We're probably thinking of two different ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, so I could be wrong. So if it's the one I'm thinking of, I think it was one of the ones too, but I could be spent a lot of time doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this episode opens up with Commissioner Gordon going to his favorite time of the year, his dental appointment, as he mutters to himself, stupid, useless waste of time. What do I need teeth for anyway? The only food I eat is bourbon and depression.
And I think this just showcases like how bad a fucking detective Commissioner Gordon is.
Yeah, took him a little bit.
Yeah, because like as he's like getting doing that mumbling as he's sitting down, like the doctor is in the corner like washing like it looks like he's like washing up or whatever too, even though it's supposed to be like it sounds like it's more like a psyche valve more than anything or
Also,
Or
the fact that Gordon's got a dental plan. Oh, cry me a friggin' river.
dental plan.
Lisa needs
Uh,
braces.
Commissioner needs braces. Her barber needs braces because she keeps on getting punched in the mouth by going out with Batman all the time, every night with as Batgirl.
Yeah. So the first thing that should have tipped him off is when he's walking through the front door and the dentist office says it's the office belonging to one Dr. J.R. Echo.
J.R. Echo. is that is that one of his known aliases, or is it just supposed to be like some hey, just because it's
I
a
think they
fucking
just pulled a Voldemort
whack?
Tom Riddle. Like they just like they found some like machine they could do an anagram. But yeah. So Gordon's just like, let's get this over with. Stupid, physical demands that I get a dental thing. It's like, considering that in the comics you're a smoker, you should be glad that your teeth are in the condition that they are. So yeah, and it was really cool because like one thing that was of note with this episode is the voice actors got a little bit of range to kind of work with. So at first you're like, that voice sounds a little familiar before it is the voice that we all recognize. Because it's just this guy leaning over saying, I'll be with you in just a moment. Just sit down when you're ready for me. And he's like, oh, you don't want to go to the dentist? Oh, come on. There's nothing better, Commissioner, than a nice big smile.
And he's like, "Oh no, Joker!" And I think that's when Harley comes in and shoots off like the time up bullet.
Yeah, where are they getting that thing? Because this isn't the first villain to use that. In fact, I think she uses that later on in one of the animated movies. I don't know. Like,
Hey, if the gadget works, man, you stick with it, right? So,
which surprisingly well, considering it's a police officer.
well, it's Commissioner Gordon. He's like fucking like 102 years old. So,
It's a miracle he has teeth. Yeah, yeah, it should be the quickest dental procedure. Your dentures are looking fine. Pluck them back out.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they're doing that, and I think as they're like tussling and handing off like jokes and stuff, the Batman bursts in the window, and then Harley shoots him with like I guess this is supposed to be the laughing gas or whatever, like they are the knock you out the dentist gas or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, which I was surprised that like this is like the opportunity for the gag to kind of write itself. Laughing gas, Joker, dentist. But it wasn't that. Like I guess because we can't kill Batman yet.
Yeah, I guess we'll as Joker will say later. I guess is why we couldn't.
But yeah, then when Harley she made some like pun or something, and Joker just like reached over, grabbed her by like the tails of what do we call that? Like the jester's hat, like the little tail thing she's got.
I guess yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of yanks it violently. He's just like, "I told you, I make the puns around here." Yeah, it just gets real intense with her real quick.
And then that's like when they go to escape, and like that's when like they toss in like a grenade onto Gordon's lap.
Yeah, Joker puts a grenade right in Gordon's crotch, and he's got like a towel or something in his mouth to like plug his voice. He's just like, which anybody with a grenade in their crotch would be doing right about then.
Yeah, and then I think then that's when like Batman grabs it and just chucks it out the window just in time.
Yeah, yeah, he like shields Gordon from the blast, and he's just like, I hate the dentist, bro. Just be glad that the Joker wasn't your prostate inspector. That's an official job title, right? Prostate inspector. Medicine.
And so then, one of the various cops that the general practitioner has, yeah.
So then they go to the Funny Bones warehouse where I guess this is what Joker does in between schemes. He's just like, going over blueprints for like, Kevin McAllister type gags.
Yeah, I guess that kind of takes out the assumed spontaneity of all of all his schemes. Because
Well, I
always
think
feel
that's the thing that like we haven't realized is like how smart the Joker is if he can kind of plan these things out like an engineer.
no, I think that's just putting like crazy to paper. I think
Yeah,
is more what that is really. And
wrote this in
sometimes,
his own feces.
yeah, depending on the Joker, I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah,
Yeah, I can think of some sane people who would do that.
yeah.
But yeah, then this part comes in that I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? Because Harley walks in wearing lingerie, and just when you think that's scandalous enough, she says she like claws her way up to the table and basically like just kind of poses like she's like ready to you know just seduce him.
Well,
And
no, she's not ready to. She's trying to.
yeah, yeah. But then she gets even one step further when she says, "Ah, come on, Puddin'. Don't you want to rev up your Harley? Vroom, vroom, vroom." And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I know he's like his. I know I had seen that GIF or slash clip like all like over the years, and I thought it was from like the original like series.
Yeah.
But then like once it come up, I was like, did I like just miss that or something? Then I was like, oh yeah, we know there's another bit coming up, so I wasn't sure if it was from like this part of the series or another one, but turns out
Which,
it is. Yeah.
given what they said at the beginning in the interview, I'm sure this was from the comics, but you just said that it was too sexy to put on an animation. So if this was the toned down version, what the hell?
Or and like or I guess like part 1A of what I was saying earlier, like what they because it's like the last episode, they just like might as well just throw this part in, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Cancel us?
Yeah, then I think she threw in like another one too, but I forgot I forgot what it was in here. Yeah, before she did, he just
Oh,
like,
I don't remember. After that, what's going to top that? Yeah, and then he's talking about like how he's gonna find a way to come up with the ultimate scheme to basically kill Batman. And Harley points out what we've all just thought. Why don't you just shoot him? And Joker's just like, what?
have you not been hanging around me all the for all these last like years or paying attention?
And he's like, it must be perfect. The death of Batman must be nothing less than a masterpiece, the triumph of my sheer comic genius over his masquerade, blah, blah, blah. I'm a genius. Shut up.
Why don't you just shoot him?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically says like, you just don't get it. You don't get it. I'm an artist.
Yeah, then he like finds a like an old blueprint that he like had lost or whatever, and it was like Death of a Thousand Smiles, where he like lowers them into like a big
Piranha
aquarium
tank.
piranha tank, yeah, and there's Tatum, and he's like, oh yeah, I forgot why. And then he's like going on with that for a second. Then he's like, oh yeah, I remembered why I didn't do this. I couldn't get the Joker Venom to make him laugh.
Which you'd think like you'd be able to, if it's a chemical formula that you are used to just aerosolizing, just put it in the water tank. Like, is it just going to kill the fish? Like, actually, no. Wait a second. He's made fish smile before. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but it was probably just because of that's because piranhas themselves, because they probably don't have like fish lips, I guess, is what they're getting at. So you couldn't get them to smile.
So it's just the lips, like just use a different fish.
Well, they're like one of the in the mid-90s, like the only fish that we knew that or that is really well known to like eat people or eat like ferociously is was piranhas. So like so yeah, probably wouldn't make sense.
All right.
So unless they
Moving on.
unless there's like a huge fucking like sturgeon or something like that. I don't know if it eats people, but in that tank it only like fit like one. So
knowing the Joker, he could probably make a sturgeon eat you.
Well, yeah, but then it would like only be like one because of how fucking big those fish are.
So
So it
get a
would be
bigger
like,
tank. He's taken over an aquarium before. It's not the first time. I
got to be
don't do the
perfect.
same bit twice.
Got to be perfect.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess yeah, she did mention some idea of like I know something that can make you smile. I think that's the line you
Oh
were
yeah,
making,
yeah. That's what it was.
and he promptly just throws her out of the building in the alley with the hyenas in her nightgown, and I'm just like, this is weird, man.
Yeah.
Even for Harley, this is weird. And so she's like, just kind of,
And they say guys never don't take hints.
he takes the hint. He just doesn't give a shit. So yeah, Harley's just sitting there like talking to Bud and Lou, the hyenas, and she's just like, "Oh, this is, once again, like my life is just a depressive state because of, not being able to kill Batman. It's all Batman's fault." And then the biggest, second act of this episode is really like a flashback that kind of explains what happened when she actually first met the Joker. So I really like this because. Yeah, we have Harley back when she was Dr. Harleen Quinzel at Arkham Asylum, and this is where we got to hear a little bit of Arlene Sorkin have a bit of a medium between her Harley voice and her real voice.
Yeah, yeah, because I wasn't like the Boston Harley voice that we know of, yeah, but it was like like not that or just not as crazy, yeah. And then
Yep.
then they're like walking down the hallway or they meet up and he's like, do you find the coloring for this for them two going down that like shaking hands and going down that was like weird.
Yeah, it was like a bluish light with
Yeah.
like a yellow background.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah. And then like she's like, yeah, and then she's like, yeah, hi, nice to meet you. And he's like, and then she was like something to the effect of like, it's kind of weird that you want to intern here, sort of
Hmm.
thing. And she was like, yeah, it'd be good because they're going walking down like the hallway with like all the glass in cells with like everyone in it. There was like at one point like a random guy was like licking the glass.
Yeah, it was very Silence of the Lambs, like Clarice Starling, walking down to see Lecter.
Yeah, yeah, and it was like just going on like like because of like the supervillains that are here, like they're like a higher a higher case to work on, so it'd be good to do that. And he's like, well, maybe like they're more not high class, but
High profile.
yeah, high profile. That's what it is. Yeah, and he's like, well, if you deal with the crazies, yeah, I guess you're gonna get yeah, get no one, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially working our own because I guess like Arkham would probably be like the the most crazy of the crazies, I think.
Yeah, it's essentially like the Comic Con of lunatics. Not that
Yeah.
lunatics ever show up to Comic Con.
Wait, I'm there every year. Wait.
I mean, I didn't say you. You said that.
No, it's everyone else that's wrong. No.
But yeah, so yeah, she's basically saying like she wants to, study like, high profile people and
Or like extreme personalities.
yeah. And the doctor that she's talking to is like, well, I hope you're not hoping to write like a tell-all book and on these guys. And that essentially is what she was intending to do, at least in the comics origin. And she goes to. Did she see the Joker on her way to her office?
Uh, yeah, I think he was like the last one that they stopped at. Yeah,
That was
I
it.
think
Yeah.
yeah. Because when she gets back to the office, like that's when like the single flower is there, and it says like come meet me at like on the off hours or whatever, Jay or Mr. J. Yeah.
Hmm. And so, yeah, this is where it kind of begins, where she goes up to his cell and she says, I think the guards would like to know that you got out of your, confined space. And he's
Or
like,
it's like I know she's like, how'd you get that? How'd you get this on my desk? And he's like,
right, yeah.
he's like, I put it there, not like I got someone to do it there. Like I got it there. He's like, I put it there. So do you think? So do you think that was actually true? Like he got out, or do you think he like has like a guard
Oh,
on the
I think he
take?
got out. Yeah,
Like,
knowing the Joker, he can get out anytime he wants.
yeah, no, yeah, I thought that too, but I would also wouldn't be surprised if he does have someone on the take that that he could do it if
Good,
he
Ben.
wanted as well. Yeah,
Well,
so
they
yes,
definitely imply here that the Joker has many people that he's been able to kind of get in the head of.
so yes, that'd be and with like the whole thing that we'll get to later, and like with the Heath Ledger like Joker, he says like 3 or 4 different stories on how he got the scars. So like
Hmm.
so he never can really truly trust the Joker to trust anything he says.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't have anywhere to stay for a bit, he get caught, so he just can stay at Arkham for a while until he gets his next scheme to get some money back, so he can stay somewhere else. Yeah, so he's like, well, free room and board, I'm gonna get fed, so I'll stay here for
Yeah.
a couple
Oh, the
months.
taxpayer's dollar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or let's say, or one of the times he knows it's Bruce, and and Bruce is like funding the bill for Arkham, so he's like, yeah, I'll stick it to Bruce for a couple months and just fucking get a nice belly off his dime.
Yeah. And so, yeah, she's like, I think the guards would like to know that you were able to get out of your cell. And Joker, this is what I love this, like, just him kind of matching her wits. Because he's just like, if you wanted to tell the guard, you would have told them already. And she's like, okay, yeah, that's nice. But, I'm kind of done with this. Like, you're a patient, I'm a doctor. Like, like I'm going to, keep my wits about me. And he says, by the way, your name is Dr. Harley. And he's like, Dr. Quinzel, like Harleen Quinzel? If you change your name around, it sounds like Harley Quinn. He's like, yes, I've heard the name Harley Quinn from my name. I've had it like it's my whole life story. I get it.
I was in grade school before, so
Yeah. Yes, I have had a childhood. When I really peel that onion, it's probably the reason I got in psychiatry in the first place. Which he will peel that onion. And
no, it's a parfait, man. Not a,
yeah,
not
everybody likes cakes. And so what did he say? Oh yeah, he's like oh, but somebody like you're probably somebody that I could, like can somebody that I can relate to, somebody who makes me smile, somebody I could share all my secrets with. And she was hearing this just as she was walking away.
yeah,
So he's already got her number.
yeah. And so that stops her and turns around, and then they have several sessions of her like him just like basically like fucking with her and like telling her all this stuff, and it's like one was like uh,
Child abuse.
oh yeah dad telling you my dad beat me or whatever, and then there was like and did he say like there was one good day where he took me somewhere, or is that just
Yeah, he said like basically my dad was an alcoholic. Like she actually writes in the notes alcoholic father. And he says he never could take a joke, my old man, even when I was trying to just make him smile. And so the one time I do remember him seeing him smile was when he went to the circus with me. And we saw the clowns laughing, and they were dropping their pants, and it just my old man was laughing so hard he busted a gut, and he's laughing, and she's laughing, and like even to the point like she's got tears in her eyes, and then yeah, he takes his pants down in front of her, not like that, not like that,
it's
and
exactly like that?
yeah. Hey, if anything we learned here is that the Joker doesn't really. I wouldn't even say swings that way. I don't think he even swings. Like
It's yeah, like he's like yeah, almost asexual. Yeah,
I would love to talk to like somebody in the asexual community and like just say like, so is the Joker like that, or is like it just like a completely he's so sociopathic that like he doesn't even
uh,
remember he's
uh,
got something down there.
no, or sort of like single-minded. Yeah, he's like he's got his scheme, and that's like all he's got to do. It doesn't matter if like a hot chick's like throwing like throwing herself at him. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, nope. Maybe when the scheme's done, yeah, you're like,
And then, yeah, the thing that I found fascinating with this is like, because I remember back when I was in journalism school, they would teach us about like, being mindful of like the person you're interviewing, and they gave a case example of Charles Manson. So they would show us archive videos of like journalists who would go talk to Manson back when he was still alive, and they said like we had to like keep our like guard up the entire time because he's very good at like getting in your head and like
yeah,
knowing how to manipulate you based
yeah,
on like kind of cold reading.
yeah,
So it reminded me a lot of that. Like as she's like, studying him, he's also studying her. Like it's actually like really smart
yeah,
in a sadistic sort of way, but
yeah.
and then yeah, eventually like they start to build a rapport and oh, what did he say? I wrote it down. Give me a second. He was talking about how like he was trying to make his dad laugh and basically it didn't work and he says that's one of the inescapable truths of comedy. You always take shots from folks who just don't get the joke, and they start to at least on Harley's side, she starts to feel like there's a bit of a kindred spirit kind of thing. It would have been interesting to kind of know, other than like the sympathetic angle of like I'm a doctor trying to, treat him, like where he would have kind of gotten into her head. Like at what was the access point other than the sympathy? Like was it something like, why she wanted to become a psychiatrist to help people? You know what I mean? Like
Or part, I think it's just more so the fact is trickery, like making her think that she's helping. I think.
yeah, so good. I guess that's enough of a an entry point.
Yeah.
And yeah, eventually, like it's literally like the tables have turned where he's sitting in the doctor's chair and she's like laying back on the couch like a stereotypical psychiatrist session. And yeah, what happened after that was it like, oh yeah,
Uh,
she's reading the newspaper and like when the Joker's escaped and it's like, okay, so lady, I know that you basically have this guy, he's wrapped you around his finger, but he clearly doesn't give a shit about rehabilitation if he escaped.
yeah, and then she did she get like mad that he didn't tell her at this point, or is she just
No, yeah, I think that Batman like hauled him back like bloodied and
oh, that's
bruised.
right, that's right,
And
yeah.
she was like, "Oh my gosh, how could you hurt the poor man?" And yeah, he gave her the
Oh,
puppy dog eyes as he was like getting hauled back to his cell.
oh yeah, then that's what like sends her over the edge, and then that's where she goes out and goes to, like the costume store and gets like which turns out to be like the what we now know as the Harley costume,
Mhm.
and then then she just like she's all disheveled and just like walks out the front door, and the guy's like, "Hey, come back here and pay for that or everything." You just
Bam!
yeah, you just say you don't see it, but you hear like just like nah, basically like knocks him out and like steals the stuff, yeah, and then like then you see her like driving up to Arkham to break her out to break him out, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why didn't you just go in at like this is your workplace? Why not just walk in as Harley Quinzel and then get changed there? What was with this like sneaking underneath the guards thing?
Do you remember what city they're in?
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
don't do that until you want an actual debut.
no, no. If it was any other city, yeah, that's exactly what would have happened. But as it's Gotham City, yeah, that she goes in as Harley Quinn.
Sure, why not?
Well, then why
I said sure, why not? So she like knocks out a guard and like gets the security pass. I also like how they establish like because they look like zoo exhibits, these like asylum cells. So it's like a big glass door that just goes whoop and like it just kind of goes up like a receiving bay door.
Yeah, I'm like still surprised that like the Joker doesn't have his own like off in its own wing or something like that. Just because you'd probably try and rile up everyone else and stuff. So you just have them like, yeah, but yeah, and tune and stuff, and I think with that would have probably would have lent into more that he actually did get out to put the flower on Harley's desk earlier.
Yeah, there's no maximum security wing. There's no minimum security. There's no cell block. It's just block.
Well, that's
Block
the thing.
and wing.
Well, that's the thing though. If there's like a one that's like frozen for Mr. Freeze when he's there, like you think Joker would have his own specialty one.
I mean, yeah, I mean, considering like he kind of die if he didn't. His lawyer's going up. We need a modified cell for my client. Why would you need that? You know, this is for his like rehabilitation. Well, because if he doesn't, he'll turn into a human puddle.
Just throw him in the fridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just put him in the walk-in freezer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess there's enough inmates at Arkham that it's probably a big enough thing that they can have them working in there all day, and not have to like worry about leaving and just have a little cot at the side, off to the side.
This really is Shawshank Penitentiary. Yeah. So, yeah, she basically debuts as, Harley Quinn, like, say hello to you, Harley Quinn. And she didn't really like have a reason to put on the accent other than theatrics, I guess, did she?
Yeah, why do crazy people do anything, man?
Isn't that why they go to asylum? So we can figure that out?
Oh no, I think that's where they throw them just try and forget them really more than anything. I think.
Hard to forget them when they're breaking out every week. Yeah, so she basically like grabs a car and like they haul ass out of there, and Joker's just like, "Whee!" It's like, yay, I got myself a groupie. So then it cuts back to the president, doodaloo, doodaloo. And she's like, yeah, it would never have happened if it weren't for Batman. I'm like, Batman was barely in that story.
Or
And
I don't think he was at all.
oh, well, he was the one that brought Joker back to
Oh
prison.
yeah,
But other
that's
than
right.
that, and so she's like, I know, like if I get rid of Batman, then I can be with my Mr. J. So then we cut to Gotham Police Headquarters where she sent a video message to the commissioner where she says, it's happened. The Joker's finally gone crazy or something. I'm like, crazier than usual?
Yeah, the bell curve, I guess. Yeah, of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So she says like, what'd she put? Oh yeah, like not being able to get Gordon at the dentist's office was enough to just make him go absolutely ballistic. So he's got a plan to gas the entire city. And so like if you guys want him, like I'm tired of playing this game. It's not fun anymore. And
Yeah,
then like,
she actually unmasks and stuff. She's like, yeah, like
and
I'm
she dropped
actually,
the voice.
yeah. She's like, I'm being serious, and she does like have like the blueprints and all this stuff, so I can show you like where all there will be, and yeah. And so I just we like this actually, yeah, it's a little too much. I'll actually like, for serious, I'll help you out.
Yeah. I'm super serial. And so she's like, yeah, I'll be at the docks, to give you the blueprints and everything. And so she goes to the docks, and that's where Batman has decided to go. And what police backup because he's Batman. And so he's like, all right, hand over the briefcase. And she's like, okay, here you go. And he looks inside, and he's like, I want Gordon to analyze these. And she's like, all right, if you insist. And all of a sudden, he just hears traitor, and over the side of the dock is a speedboat with Joker and a Tommy gun, just like da, 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 da.
Yeah, then I think like Batman throws like a batarang at him and stuff. Yeah,
And cuts his friggin' head off.
yeah, and goes up.
No
And,
kill rule my ass.
But so yeah, then it lands on like the dock and it looks up and then there's like sparks like shooting out of the neck.
Yeah.
And so then that's where he's like, "What the?" And then he's just like, "Ugh."
I mean, I totally knew it was a robot.
Yeah, then it turns out like Harley had injected him with a mystery serum,
Yeah,
mystery
horse
knockout serum.
tranquilizer.
That's some good ketamine. Ugh.
It's good. And then I actually to look this up. Apparently, this is a real term. They went to the Aquacade, um, where like Harley's basically brought the idea that Joker had in the beginning of the death of a thousand smiles, but she's got Batman hanging upside down. So she's like, got him under on top of the piranha tank and says, this is exactly how the Joker wanted it, but I fixed the one problem. See, with you upside down, it looks like the piranhas are smiling. It's pretty neat, huh? And Batman's just like, brilliant. Like, yeah, take all the fun out of everything. I'm like, would you be having fun if you were about to die via piranha tank?
I'll need my death like monologue like I'm James Bond.
Now, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. And then, what happened next? Oh yeah, so he basically says like, or did he say it, or she's like, it's been a game long enough, and it's time to, finally settle down, and I just want to be with my loving sweetheart. And Batman's like, you and the Joker? She's like, yep, right, a Rudy. And then Batman starts laughing, and it's scary as shit.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like my one note is that yeah, like a laughing Batman would be like really unsettling. Yeah, so
Yeah. I can't even replicate it. Like, it's nothing short of like the magic that Kevin Conroy was able to kind of bring to the voice because he sounds like he's like maniacally laughing. Even she's like, I've never heard you laugh before. This is creeping me out. Stop it.
yeah, it's that's what he just says like, yeah, you little fool, like like he doesn't love anything but himself. Yeah, like he had you pegged uh, as a
Hired
like a
help.
fault. Yeah, hired help. Yeah, as it's the start. So like, do you think he's gonna be happy with you killing me? Like, and even like couldn't really prove it anyway because like I promise, well, like you take me down to like a bunch of just like the bone, and he can just there'd be no real proof to that that's me really. So he wouldn't be happy. Yeah, that like he wouldn't be happy if like that wasn't him that killed me, or that he wouldn't believe you that you did it because there'd be no proof that the body would be me.
Well, and
'Cause-
also he goes and says like, you think that the Joker loves you? She's like, yeah, of course he does. He shared secrets with me. Oh yeah, what kind of secrets? You mean like the abusive alcoholic father they told, or the one about the mother who left him when he was a child? He gets a lot of sympathy for that one. She's like, shut up. No, no. Like, how did you know about that? He only told me. She's like, what about the one where he says, oh, yeah, my father took me when I was, 7 to, he never laughed until he saw me at the ice rink. She's like, the circus. He said it was the circus. She's like, he's got a million story. Like you had said, like Keith Ledger's, kind of multiple choice origin story. He says, like, he's got a million stories and it's all to make fools out of people like you.
so as I said, yeah, you can't really trust anything that comes out of his mouth. Yeah, so
But yeah, when he's like, if you kill me and like, the piranhas eat me alive, you're gonna have nothing left except bones and cloth. That's where Harley should be like, well, then I'm gonna go get a video camera.
yeah, but I think that was part of that. Part of the thing is that you knew if you got to her that she wouldn't shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She wouldn't think straight. Yeah, so
Yeah, so she's like, well, I gotta prove to the Joker that, I killed Batman, so that's why she calls him up on the phone. And so yeah, Joker is literally still back where she left him, like, still pawing over like, blueprint designs. And like the phone is just ringing, he's just like ignoring it the entire time. And eventually just, just gets so fed up with the ringing, he just like, what? Who is it? He's like, oh, Harley. I forgot you left.
he's like, well, I was wondering where you were. Yeah,
And then he goes like, yeah, as I see, yes, yes, but Batman. He's like, wait, you have who and where? I
Yeah,
love that animation. Like, even though I mentioned it before, I don't like this new animation design of the Joker. I
yeah.
love that like bug-eyed look where he's like looking like practically breaking the fourth wall, like "Ah!" Like he cannot fathom that Harley caught Batman on her own.
Yeah, and then they burns it there, and it's like purple Joker mobile.
Mhm. Yeah,
And do we, yeah, I guess we've seen that car before in the series, or is this the first
I
time?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've got it. I think we've had to have seen it before. Yeah, I think.
Yep. So then, yeah, Harley's like, oh, he'll be here any second. And literally, he is there in a second. Like, he hauled ass across town. And he's just like, Harley! And she's like, oh, hi, sweetie. You're just in time for. And then he pimp slaps her. And I think that's where the censors were able to just get away with it because you see his hand readied and prepared to strike. And then it cuts away to Batman just grimacing as you hear the audible smack and cuts to Harley on the floor. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out exactly what happened there.
Yeah, but I guess they didn't show it.
That's all, actually, that's almost worse. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't hit women, people. It's not good.
what the hell? Don't put domestic abuse in your kid's cartoon. Yeah, so she's just like, but Puddin', I don't understand. He's like, enough with the Puddin' already. And so she's like, but this is exactly what you wanted. And she shows him like the blueprints and she's like, made like augmented you know, like drawings on top of it. It's like, but you see, I fixed the problem that you had. All you had to do was flip him upside down so that he's seeing the, piranhas with smiles. And Joker just looks at it and just shreds it like a I don't even know how to describe like just like a parent like shredding their kids like drawing or something. And he's just like, but that's the problem. You explained the joke to me. It's not funny if you explain the joke.
And no one kills him but me.
And that too. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like he's literally just looking for an excuse to be mad at her.
Yeah.
But yeah, that especially pisses him off because like, yeah, nobody upstages the Joker.
Especially with my own plans.
And I think that's the thing it especially gets him is like, this was my idea. You took it, you made it work. You were clearly smarter than me, and that just boils his blood. And so, yeah, she like grabs this like plastic swordfish and is like just trying to defend herself as he's like advancing on her and like getting closer to a window. And she's just like, but it's okay. Like we can finish him off together. And he's like, I've told, what is the oldest rule of comedy? You don't take shots at people who don't get the joke. And then all of a sudden throws her out the window.
Oh yeah, kicks her and that throws her out, and yeah, then she like lands in some garbage, and she's like all like so alive, and he's like, yeah, it's like, oh, it's not my fault for you not getting the joke.
And don't call me Puddin'. And then, just when you think that's bad enough, we cut then to Harley. I think it was like a commercial break then, where we cut to Harley lying on the pavement, broken and bleeding. She's still alive, but it's almost like you kind of wish for her sake she was out of her misery. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't get the joke. And I'm like, oh, this is so uncomfortable, dude.
Yeah, then back up there, like the Joker apologized for Batman for everything, and like just basically like takes him out of the trap.
Yeah, he takes him out of the trap. And then at first I'm like, okay, is he just playing with his food here? Or is he actually like serious when he says like, I'm sorry for this whole debacle. This isn't, like, this is totally unprofessional for my henchwoman to do this behind my back. I should be the one to kill you. So let's just forget about this whole thing and we'll go back to, respective places and, try this another day. And then he turns around. He's like, on second thought, I'm like, was he actually going to let Batman go just because Harley beat him to the punch? He's
Yeah,
like,
I think
I
he.
have to scrub the drawing board to a
Yeah, I think.
like,
I think. Yeah, I think he was going to. Then kind of realized he's like, wait a minute, Batman is righteous here.
yeah, he's literally chained up with nowhere to go. And then, oh, but that's the best part is because remember, what was Harley's thing? Why don't you just shoot him? Well, what does the Joker do? He just whips out a gun and is just gonna shoot him between the eyes.
Yeah, then he's like monologuing. He's like, I do that, and like just before he shoots, he ended up kicking the gun and it shoots like the aquarium above him and washes the Joker away.
Yeah, I guess piranhas like biting him everywhere. And the only thing that was funnier than that is remember, because Batman is still chained up. So he stands up, his legs tied with a chain, his like arms tied behind him with a chain, and just starts hopscotching over the puddles to grab the belt with his teeth. I'm like, that's hysterical. That was funny as shit. And then, oh yeah, Joker runs up to the roof, with a piranha still on his shoulder, and he's basically trying to make his escape. Batman has gotten untied and gotten out of the chains and gotten his belt back on, so he chases after Joker to the roof, and they get to the top, and Joker jumps off the roof, which I'm pretty sure the next building over was like what, like at least like the width of an entire street?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, too far away, and then he like barely like grabs on the grabs like the railing or whatever, and then it breaks off, and you just hear him and then he jokes away, and he's like just landed on the subway on like the L train. He's like, made you look
yeah, that was
as it's
good.
going away.
Yeah. So then Batman, like he's like laughing and he's like, I got away from Batman. I got away from Batman. Of course, Batman's right behind him.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you think you could have gotten away, or is this where he says like, yeah,
Oh
she almost,
yeah.
or is that she's like, yeah, or is this where he says like, she almost got me?
Yeah. So I wrote down what he said. He said, she almost had me, arms and legs chained, dizzy from the blood rushing to my head. I had no way out other than convincing her to call you. I knew your massive ego would never allow anyone else the honor of killing me. Though I have to admit, she came a lot closer than you ever did, Puddin'. And Joker's just furious. He's just like, how dare you? Because now he realizes that, like, Batman's not only screwing with him, but he's probably telling the truth. Because why would he have any reason to lie?
Or I guess, or also it goes to show like as much as Joker is fucking with her, I knew Harley was fucking with her to get her to do what he wanted. He it was fucking with her to know that because he knew the Joker enough to get him.
Yeah.
He knew he'd be able to get him out of it stuff. And I think this is the other quote. I think this is where like he actually made like Joker actually made like a Star Wars reference, but not
Oh,
like
he did the beginning with the floss, but did he make another one here?
oh, okay, that may have been it. Yeah, but okay, I thought it was
May the floss be with you.
yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, so that was like yeah, like, the part to 1B, for like that being like the last episode, they had to throw in at least one Star Wars reference.
Well, he did technically get the Mustafar treatment, but that was his dad, not Luke Skywalker. 'Cause, yeah, all of a sudden, did Batman kick him off the train and he went into a smokestack?
Yeah, or yeah, he knocks him off. Yeah. Then
And Batman's
yeah,
not phased. Like, he's just like, yeah, I know
like,
he's not dead.
yeah. It's like the only what used to be the only one that stays dead is Uncle Ben and Bucky, and even now it's just Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like as like the trains like going away as after the Joker's fallen in, I think that's where it kind of crossfades into Harley going back to getting led into Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, they're just wheeling her in and she's like battered and bruised and like in a wheelchair. and inside her head. I love how it starts out with like her Harleen Quinzel voice at first, because she's just like in her own thought and saying, "Never again, no more obsession, no more craziness, no more Joker. I finally see that slime for what he is, a murderous, manipulative, irredeemable." And then she turns over to her side of her bed and she sees a thing of flowers with a sign that says, "Get well soon, Jay." And then she just sighs to herself and says,
My queen.
"Angel, just like Lucifer."
So what'd you give this episode out of five ex psychiatrists?
You know what? I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
Nice.
I really like this episode. I still think they didn't have to go as far as they did with at least the sexual innuendos. I mean, and,
In your
probably
endo.
didn't have to do the domestic violence either, for that matter. But it is the Joker, so it's kind of showing like how dark he can get. But no, it's really well done, and for like trying to bring this entire like comic book, like series into one episode takes a lot, and it was really well crafted, and I think that Mark Hamill and Arlene Sorkin did terrific jobs with their performances.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so I think I'll give it a 4 out of 5 as well. Yeah, because I was aware of like the Mad Love story in the comics, but I had never actually like read it. As I had never actually looked up to see what it was actually about. But I knew it was like a Joker Harley story, but I didn't necessarily know that it was like I guess the start of their Mad Love, I guess. But I guess after with the title does kind of make sense, yeah. So, but yeah, I give it 4 out of 5 for me. All right, folks, that is the episode for this week. Thank you for joining us in the Batcave to hear us talk about Batman, the animated series in the Batcave. Next week's episode will be chemistry, and that's just vague enough. I have no idea what that one's about. So you can follow us on Twitter/X at Beyond Backcast, on Instagram at Beyond the Backcast. We are on YouTube now at youtube.com/at Beyond the Backcast. Check us out there. Give us a rate, review, and subscribe on there, or wherever you find your podcasts at Beyond the Backcast. Definitely help us out. Where can we find you on the internet, Braden?
You can find me on my podcast, Fandom and Folklore, where we talk about fantasy movies and TV shows and the fandoms that follow them. And if you want to find out more about Beyond the Backcast, go to our Instagram, click on our link tree, and you can find a link to our Discord, the Batcave.
Yes. And you can follow me on Instagram at Stunk Drunkman. That is my personal account there. And as I said, thanks for joining us at the Batcave to hear us talk about Batman, the animated series at Beyond the Backcast. Goodbye, good chums. Kapow.